Right, today I'm going to show you how to speed up your workflow within After Effects, showing you some tips and scripts. One of the most useful things that I never really use, I don't use it as often as I should, but it is Control Spacebar. This is you do have to go download this yourself. I forgot what it's called, but I'll leave the link in the description so that way you can go find it. This one is basically just an effect panel, so that way you don't have to come over to the right side or wherever it's at. So you can be anywhere and you have to click a layer. If this pops up and you see no layer selected, you have to click on a layer. So click on a layer, and here you can type in whatever you want. So it even does presets, and you can even save it. So if you use it every so often, you can just save it down here. You can just look it up, right click on it, and then create shortcut. So here we can just add a Twixtor, and it saves it, and we have that Twixtor already added to it. Second thing, speaking of Twixtor, is this little flowchart. So how this works is you can create a chart, or like a little preset of a chart, and you can save it, name it whatever you want, and it saves down here. So you can see it's already saved as this. We can also change it to that and just hit apply, and it changes. So you can play around with that. You could save up as much as you want. There's no limit, I'm pretty sure. And you can just click on it, apply, click, apply. So that's how that works. Pretty self-explanatory, to be honest. And probably my favorite script that has saved me 30 minutes to an hour total time per editing process, or like editing session, is Faster Timer Map by Penas. I hope I'm saying that right. But basically, say you're keyframing. So here you can tell we have spaces in between. And so we don't have to, manually go left or right to left by dragging them all individually. You can just highlight all of them, highlight all of these keyframes, and you can remove the first frame if you want, or even the last, just depending. And you can hit stretch properties or stretch timer map. They both do the same thing. And then you could hit adapt layer size, so that way it adjusts the layer for itself, and you don't have to drag it over from right to left again. So this is my favorite script probably of all time. It saves me so much time. Again, probably 30 minutes to an hour overall, like in total of each editing session, which is my favorite thing to use. I actually love this script a lot. I'll leave this. It is free as well. This one is free as well. I'm pretty sure a few of these, I think maybe one or two of them are not free that I showed in the beginning, or maybe they're both not. I don't know. I'll just leave the description. It's been so long since I've gotten both of them. The last thing that will help you save a lot of time is creating presets. So here I have the CC preset, and it's basically just all my color settings. Sometimes I feel like it's too bright, so I just turn it down. And this saves you a lot of time, so that way you're not going into all of these, changing the settings one by one. Real quick, I did not record this, and I forgot to record this. But to make a preset, you have to go over to the effect control and shift click on all of them, and then you have to come up to animation. So go over to animation and save animation preset, and here you would just name it whatever you want, and it automatically saves, so that way you don't have to close and reopen After Effects. So once you name it, I'll just name this for the tutorial, and it's already saved over here, and boom. So we can delete all this, and it saves everything that we just made. And you can delete it as well. You just go into your files and then just delete it if you don't want to keep it. I'll show you another script that I don't use as often, just because sometimes it's not as accurate. So I stopped using it for a while. I haven't used it in a decently long time, but this script basically cuts the keyframes for you, so you don't have to timer map it. This basically cuts the timer map, or like the keyframes for you of all the movements, so that way you don't have to manually do it. So this is how it works. So you come over here, and you don't even have to enable this. You don't even have to enable the timer map. You can just click on the layer itself and then hit run script. You can even detect small movements if you want, or even like the accuracy be high to low. And you can just hit run script. It does this little thing, and it tracks all the timer map, or it does all the keyframes. Now we could just pre-comp it. So now you have this timer mapped, or not timer mapped, but you have it keyframed with just the help of a button. I don't really use it as often just because it's not as accurate, as I said. Some clips it works, like this clip, it works actually pretty good on, but most other times. So you can use this if you want. Again, I'll just leave everything in the description, so that we can just click on it, go to the boom, 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 you know what I'm saying? So everything will be in the description. And if you need help on some of these, just DM me on Instagram, and I will more than likely help you. My Instagram is also in the description, so it shouldn't be hard to find me. But yeah, hopefully this helped you and you cut down your editing times.